Here's something that might completely change the way you relate to meditation. You may not actually be bad at meditation. You may just be trying to do the wrong thing. So many people try meditation, they're trying to quiet their mind, and they're secretly feeling like they are failing at it. They are sitting there, it's frustrating, it's inconsistent. They might look around seeing, why does this other person seem so peaceful? They're trying to just shut their mind up, and it is not working. I've taught spiritual development for over 20 years, and I lead silent meditation retreats now. I can sit for 7 days in silence easily, and that was not how it used to be. I've run through the gauntlet of many different kinds of spiritual awakenings that has led me to a much quieter mind, a non-resistant mind, but it wasn't because I was trying to force silence or trying to learn how to quiet my mind. It was because I finally actually realized and learned what true meditation is. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 dimensions of awareness that will lead you to that place of stillness. Not as a concept, you're going to embody this silence, and I'm going to show you how to stabilize this more in your experience. So when you're walking through the world and doing things, you can have that peace and silence versus the mind that's always at you. Most people approach meditation like it is a fight against their own mind. That is not going to be a fight that you're going to win. It's actually about shifting your awareness to a different dimension. That's an interesting thing to contemplate. Do you remember the first time that you had a meditative experience that something took over or something was opening? I remember where I was sitting when I first started practicing meditation. I was 18 years old. There was a place in my bedroom. I would sit in front of the mirror and I kind of close my eyes and do the mudra that I was supposed to do. And when I was in it, it felt like something was emerging. Something was coming in, taking over in a way. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't quieting my mind. Something would happen, and I remember there being a pulse. Kind of my body would move. Something was going on. That's an important distinction, is it's not you trying to be in this normal dimension of your mind to quieten it, to allow something to emerge, allow something to happen through you. Another important distinction is the difference between mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is important. It's not the same as meditation. Mindfulness helps us be the observer, step back, watch our thoughts, watch our emotions, watch our sensations. And meditation is something different. Let me explain. True meditation is not about becoming more aware of your experience. It's about moving into a different dimension. So let's walk through these 4 dimensions of awareness that lead you to that silence, that peace, that stillness. The first dimension is that which you are witnessing: thoughts, sensations, emotions, other people, right? Where it's the content. And if we're so focused on the content, it's like we have to contract our mind so much to just be focused on the thought or focused on the person and all that. And that's not very relaxing, is it? No. Second dimension is being able to come back and sit in the seat of the observer. That is a huge move in the spiritual awakening process of, I can watch my thoughts. I can be aware of my sensations. I can be aware of my emotions and not be so in it. So now we have 2 dimensions, the object and that which is witnessing the object, often called the observer or the witness. And we want to strengthen that for sure. But just because we strengthen the witness or observer doesn't mean we are coming into the dimension of silence and nothing there. The witness is still commenting on what it is seeing. Do you notice that when you have a thought and then This second dimension witness comes and goes, I just noticed I had that thought, and why am I still thinking that thought? I thought I was done with that kind of thing. Because we've got two parts of the psychological process in play. So the third dimension of awareness is that which is aware of the witness. Are you aware that you have an observer that is witnessing your thoughts? Yeah. We know yes because we're talking about it. We are aware that we have an aware observer. So there's three dimensions. And the fourth dimension is a dimension of being the awareness, experiencing ourselves as awareness that is aware of the witness, aware of the thoughts. I know that's a mouthful, but let's go through it because it's in the fourth dimension that you're able to embody that stillness and silence. Let's do this together. So in the first dimension, I want you to think of a thought, something that's been rolling around your head over the last few hours or days. And in that first dimension, I want you to imagine that you are that thought. There's nothing else but that thought. You have to contract your mind so tightly to just think that you're that thought. How wonderful does that feel? Not very wonderful. It's because we're only in that first dimension. Imagine a seat behind that, and in that seat is the second dimension, the aware witness, observer. Take a moment to sit in that seat. And now you become aware of the thought that has been running around in your head over the last few hours. Now you see two, the observer and the thought, and it's going to feel more expansive. It's going to feel a little more peaceful. Then imagine that there is a seat behind that witness. And I want you to imagine yourself coming back and sitting in that seat. And you now become aware of this observer that has been a helpful middleman for you over the last many years. It's noticing what you're doing, noticing what's working, but it's commenting, and you're seeing that observer. And I want you to sit in that third seat. Take a few deep breaths. And noticing that that is silent. It's not commenting on the witness. It's just aware. And then I want you to slide into the dimension of being that silent seer. Being that silent witness. Noticing it doesn't say anything. It's not at you. It's not at anything. Now, just doing that simple, taking a few seconds each dimension to walk back into that silence is what you can do when you're walking down the street, when you're waiting in a line, when you are on a meditation cushion potentially. And the more that you are in your body, you have an anchor in your body, maybe lower dantian, maybe resting in your heart, maybe resting in the center of your head, the easier it's going to be to have you stabilize that silence. And that is really why we do the meditation in the first place, is to come back to experience more of the expanded, true you, not the contracted thought that likes pretending that that's what it's all about, is your thoughts and your witnessing. There is so much more I want to share with you about the spiritual awakening process. There are 12 phases of awakening that I have mapped out in the experience that I've had, many of my spiritual teachers have had, and the importance of the embodiment and having an unshakable presence while you're going through your own gauntlet of spiritual awakening experiences is so important. That's why I want to invite you to my upcoming free masterclass, Unshakable Presence, which is all about embodying a powerful presence, so powerful that influence and magnetism and inner peace becomes inevitable. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments below, in the description below. Click on that link, and I'd love to see you at the masterclass. And if you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. This is where people join us who have been on a personal and spiritual development path for a long time, and they want to be spiritual and successful. So drop a comment below, like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.